This episode of Philly Fame TV is sponsored by Top Dog Law. Now y'all already know who to call for any accidents or injury cases. If you want that top dollar, you better get at Top Dog. You can hit him up on Instagram at Top Dog Law or visit his website www.topdoglaw.com. Philly Fame. Philly Fame. With you, little boy, you know what I mean? God damn, let him know who we on the let me know who we on the line with, man.
You already know, man. It's your boy Bricks, man. Brick and Raw, man. What's up?
We on the line with we got Brick and Raw on the line right there, man. What's up with you, bro?
Yeah, what we live?
Yeah, we live right there, bro. Talk to the people, man.
Let them everybody, man. I said, what's up?
Nah, that's what it is. They watching you right there.
Everybody be showing love, man, throughout the years, man. Yeah, everybody been showing me love throughout the years, man. I respect that shit. I appreciate that shit, man. I'm still rocking.
Right. And it's been a minute, man. We did the interview like 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago now and shit. Now, I mean, that joint went up too. Like, a lot of people tapped in that joint almost at like 50,000 views.
That shit don't even seem that long ago.
Right.
Yeah.
That shit was a little.
That shit don't even seem that long ago, bro.
Right. Time flying, bro. A lot of shit happened in that period of time.
I got some shit for him.
You got some shit for him?
Yeah, I'm talking about like far, you know, the documentary, man. We got this Free Bricky documentary coming out.
Right.
Free Bricky Part 2 coming out on a mixtape shit with my brother Pressure. I mean, and a Free Bricky TV, the motherfucking what's that shit called?
The YouTube. Yeah.
YouTube shit, yeah.
Alright, so let's talk about tell them about the YouTube channel, bro. You launched the YouTube channel, you got some freestyles up there, tell them about that.
Yeah, it's Free Bricky TV, man. I'm just, basically talking my shit on that joint, letting everybody know what's going on with me. I got like 4 or 5 freestyles on that joint and shit, but that's basically just to keep people in tune with like what I got going on. Cause motherfuckers always like, damn, what's up, what you up to, and what you doing, all that type of shit. Like, I'm gelling, but at the same time, I still got shit going on, man. So motherfuckers want to tap in with me, just go to Free Bricky TV and subscribe and all that shit. I really don't know too much about that world, but that's what it is, though.
Right. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions while I got you on the line. Some stuff to update the people a little bit. I mean, like so since you've been, since the last interview and shit, like I said, like almost 5 years ago. Did any rappers come into jail and shit that people know? Anybody bump into anybody that people know from the city over that time?
No. It been a couple boys that say they rap, but I never heard of them. Like, so I don't know. Ain't nobody like really come through this joint that's like that motherfuckers will know. You feel me?
Right. Ain't nobody so really like lit.
That's a good thing.
No,
that's a good thing. It been a couple niggas coming through saying they was somebody, and then when I did my homework on them, they ain't nobody. But you know how that go.
Right. So let's touch on I know you probably been here since new young boys and new people coming in that joint. I know you been hearing about what's going on in the city and all that. And on the street side of things, so like shit done turned up in a crazy way since you've been gone, bro. Like especially in the last couple years. So what's your thoughts on that when you be hearing the stories about what's going on in the city? Like what you be thinking about when you hear about it? Like
I've been hearing about the boy Leaf Ward. I've been hearing about the nigga Odes Ryder. Boy, what's his name? Osama, something like that.
Yeah, Osama.
The chick Rocky. I actually heard her rap. I fucks with Shorty. She hot.
Shout out to Rocky.
Other boys, I heard them rap on a challenge, John, on that first 48 challenge. I respect anybody that's trying to get it. Like I try to get it, man. Like I ain't them boys ain't got no mud on their name. A couple of them boys been paying homage, shout me out and shit like that. So, I respect it, man. Like I'm support anything like from the city, especially a motherfucker that's getting it out the mud, like how I was getting it, you feel me? So I respect all them boys, man. Like as far as like the older boys that was like rapping when I was out there, I really ain't been hearing too much about them boys, man. Like for real. But I tapped in with Quilly like a couple weeks ago. I been chopping it up with him, and he was telling me like shit he got going on and shit like that. And I talked to Cree and Cheat. But you know, I support anybody from the city, man. That's trying to get.
Right. And you know it's crazy because Bucks recently came home and shit. I mean, Bucks just came home. Like, yeah. And I did it. I actually
showing him love out there.
He just came home. Like, so I just did an interview with him. We actually just dropped it this morning. Just dropped it today. But during the interview, during the interview, he had brought you up though, cause he's explaining how y'all got cool and shit. He said back in the day y'all was at a little dice game. He said he still owe you $50 from that dice game and shit. I mean.
yeah.
But yeah, he basically showed. I mean, talk about your report, how y'all was cool and all that. So go ahead, give him your side of the story, like how you a Bucks and shit. Give him that.
No, like basically, you know, it was a joint where though, like you might see a motherfucker on a DVD, and like before we even met each other, I'm like, damn, I fucks with Cuz, like because I could tell. Back then, there was a lot of dudes that was just rapping, and you could tell, like, them niggas weren't really, like, cut, like, how they was rapping. But he was, like, one of the bulls. When he was rapping, I'm like, damn, Cuz looked like he really, like, official. And then we wound up running into each other. I think it was at, like, a club or some shit, or a bar or some shit. And then I ran into him at the dice game. And, you know, everything was just, like, official from there, bro. Like, that shit was just, like, authentic. It wasn't, like, forced. Like, that just was my man from the rip. And to this day, that's still my man. Like, so shout out to Bucks, man. That's what's up, that nigga out there, man. Tell him to cash at that $50, though.
He gonna fuck around, see this shit. Yeah. No, shout out the Bucks though. Yeah. Shout out the Bucks though. I mean, so this another question I gotta ask you, bro. I mean, like, since you been in there a little minute and all that, and like I said before, tapped on earlier, I know new young boys be coming in that joint and all that. Like, so what the type time? I say I know, like, since you been in there, like, new young boys be coming in there and all that. And I mean, from outside they get locked up, sent up where you at. So I know, like, at some point in time you might come across certain young boys that you might see yourself in them. Like, so what that be like for you when you see them fresh off the streets coming in, some of them locked up for the same thing you locked up for and all that? Like, what that be like when you see the younger version of Bricks? I mean, like,
no, like on some real shit, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I never been the type of motherfucker that, like, you know, try to preach to a motherfucker or try to, you know, tell them to do this and do that. Because when I was coming up, I used to look at old heads like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Like, fuck are you talking about? So I be conscious of that. But at the same time, I be trying to get a little niggas game of, like, far as, like, making a plan when they get out this joint. You feel what I'm saying? Because this shit in here is nutty, bro. Like, this ain't, like, everybody be saying, like, you know, I'm a real nigga, I'm official. So I just be trying to get a young boys, like, some game on what to do when they get home. Like, if you like rapping, if you like fucking whatever you like doing, like, make a plan to do that shit when you get home instead of going home and, you know, doing shit that got you right back in this joint. You feel what I'm saying? So that mainly be, like, the advice I be giving them niggas, man. And, you know, a lot of them boys, they be fucking with me because they know I'm solid and I stay solid. So anytime I can rap to a nigga that I see myself in when I was a young boy, I just try to help him come up with a plan for when he get home and try to execute that shit like that. You feel me?
Right. And for the people that's tuned in, you know, some people that's tuned in that's young boys that probably looked up to you. I mean, for your rap stuff and look up to you for your street name and whatever you done out there and shit. I mean, what's something you can share to them? Like you said, a lot of them don't be wanting to hear nothing, and you can't really preach to them. But for those who are listening that do want to hear what you got to say, like, what's something you would share with them based on your experiences that keep them out the situation? I mean, like,
basically, I mean, I just give it to them like this, man. Like, motherfuckers might look at, you know, trapping and being in the mix and might glorify their life. I'm saying, like, we all did at one point in time. You feel what I'm saying? So I just tell them, like, man, try to do something positive because, you know, being in the streets, that shit only gonna get you locked up or killed, man. Like, especially where we come from. You feel me? Motherfuckers is dying and coming to jail every day, all day, man. So find something positive that you passionate about. And just try to, like, you know, move forward with that, man, and leave that street shit alone, man. Don't be in the streets, especially for the motherfuckers that don't have to be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gotta be in the streets, man, and you got other avenues to do positive shit, man, put your focus into that type of shit. You feel me?
No, that's facts. That's coming from the horse's mouth, brick or raw. I mean,
yeah, no doubt.
I mean, for sure. I mean,
I still be on my shit though sometimes though, bro. Don't get it fucked up.
No, for sure. Ain't shit, yeah, let them know ain't shit change. Like, ain't shit change. All right.
Yeah, I still be on my shit sometimes.
Right. So what's one thing that you learned? Now, I mean, why you been? Because I know you've been sick for a minute, so I'm quite sure you learned like a lot of shit since you've been in there. But like, what's one thing that you learned that you could share that you didn't know before? Like, damn, I wish I knew this before I came in this motherfucker. Like, I wish I would have learned this shit when I was outside. Like, man.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a good ass question, bro. Like it ain't like one thing like specifically that I wish I'd have learned, but for real, one thing that I always think about, I wish I would have took music more serious. Like because back then when I was rapping and shit, I was really just doing it because, you know, everybody around me was like saying I was hot and shit. And then I seen like the reaction I used to get from the bitches and shit when they used to see me on DVDs. That was really the main reason I was doing it. I never was really rapping to like get a deal or get out the hood. So if I could take one thing back, I wish I'd have just took rap super serious, bro.
No, I can see that. I mean, because a lot of people to this day, like when I post old clips and shit of you, bro, they always say like you was one of their favorites. Like from the DVD era, a lot of people look at you like you was one of their favorites on there. Like to this day, I mean, niggas still feel like that. Man. I mean, and now, like you said earlier in the joint, you got the YouTube channel. I mean, you got some footage on there where you're gonna be giving up bars.
Right.
You're gonna be talking your shit on there, and I mean, updating people what's going on. I was telling you,
I be giving up game on that joint too.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's something you need to do, bro. Little podcasts and shit, bro, and all that. Like, man, like give them that content. I mean, so for the people that's tuned in, what's the name of the channel? How can they search it and find it? Free Bricky TV. That's what it's called.
It's Free Bricky TV. Yeah, that's what it's called, man. So you know, tap in on that joint and subscribe, man, and just check me out, man.
No, for sure.
I'm gonna always keep it 100 on that joint.
No, for sure. And far as the socials, I mean, it was a couple little pages that you had in the page. You don't got one right now, or do you got one right now that people could follow you on?
Oh yeah. That's another thing. That's another thing. Far as like Instagram and all that, I ain't got none of that shit, bro.
Yeah,
like,
so I want you to clarify for anybody impersonating.
Like, fake pages.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, like anybody impersonate me on that joint, that's not me, man. Like I respect the motherfuckers that's like, you know, tapping in on that joint and thinking they like, you know, showing love, but that's not me. So I don't got no Facebook, I don't got no Instagram or none of that, man. So if y'all see somebody with a Free Bricks Instagram or something like that, that shit ain't me, man. So don't send that no money, no cash app, but none of that, cause that's not me, man.
Alright, that's facts. Alright, man.
That's crazy motherfuckers to be doing that.
Yeah, bro, niggas is thirsty, man, to be impersonating niggas and shit like that. Shit nutty. So you just heard it from him, bro. That's not him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Don't pay that shit no mind. He don't got no Instagram, bro. So he ain't gonna reach out to nobody, do no Instagram asking for no bread, bro. Like,
right. Right.
So any final message, man? Anything else you want to let the people know before we get up out of here, man? Anything else you want to, clarify, speak on anything?
Basically, man, everybody that been showing me love throughout the years, man, I appreciate that shit. And you know, I be saying that shit, man. My wife be showing me shit on the gram and all that, so I be seeing it and I be feeling the love, man. So I appreciate it. I respect it. And you can't never count a nigga like me out, man. I'll be back, man, for sure.
No, for sure. I appreciate you taking this time to let the people know you was on your visit with your wife. Y'all ain't seen each other in a little minute, I mean, but you took this time out of your visit to get us to the people. I mean, so I wanted to keep it as short and sweet as possible, so y'all can finish. Y'all can have a couple more minutes at the end of the visit. I mean, to do what y'all do.
Hey, yo, one more thing though, bro. For niggas like you, bro, I respect niggas like you that reach out to motherfuckers like me and try, you know, let us get our shit out there, man, because it ain't too many boys out there like you, man, that's doing this shit, man, and hopefully it don't be another 5 years before we do this shit.
No, right? No, for sure. You my guy. You already know I appreciate you saying that, bro. Know what I mean? For sure. You know the love mutual, respect mutual. You know what I mean? So from this point on, niggas gotta tap into that YouTube channel, cause Brick's gonna be uploading shit on there, so y'all can hear more updates, more bars. He still talk that shit. He still fire. Now, I mean, probably better than he ever was. Now, I mean, from the last shit I heard. Now, I mean, so make sure y'all tap in, and we gonna definitely keep the people updated on our channel, and we gonna keep them updated on your channel. Know what I mean? So let's get it, man. We signing off for right now.
Right, bro,
Philly F.A.M.E TV, Brick and Raw. Shout out to you, my guy. Salute. I holla at you, my boy.
Yeah, same.
All right.
All right, be easy, bro.